Hi, I'm Chris James and you're watching A Healthy Alternative. Today we're going to be talking about the elusive zit pimple acne. Hi, welcome back guys. So today we're going to be talking about acne, zits, pimple, or anything that kind of fits in that category. Essentially inflammation of the pores on your skin. And this causes you to have kind of a reddish bump with pus in the center, like a jelly donut. That's nasty. Anyway, so pimples, zits, we all kind of care about our appearance, and pimples seem to pop up at the wrong moment all the time. You're going on a date, boom, you got a pimple right on your nose. Then you've got to explain to this person that, hey, I don't typically have pimples on my nose, but today one popped up. Maybe it's a stress pimple. Now, I don't know if stress pimples are real or not. I would assume that they are actually, because our bodies kind of react to our mental environment all the time. So if you're stressed out, then yeah, I'm sure pimples can pop up. But what I'm finding more often than not is that pimples, zits, and acne are related to your diet. And so now that I've gone through this change and I've been eating more clean, personally, I've been able to notice when I put something in my body that's not good for me, I get a pimple. Before, my diet was so dirty and so toxic that I just got pimples all the time, and it was just a regular occurrence. I could never nail down any particular food, but eating healthy has its advantages in this arena, because when I eat something that's not so great for me, then I get a pimple. And it's like this alert system, this natural alert system to tell me, hey, you just ate something that wasn't good for you. For example, a couple of weeks ago, I bought some ice cream bars. Now, I've been eating pretty good for, the weeks leading up to this point, so my skin was pretty clean and flawless, actually. But I had one ice cream bar, and the next day I had a pimple. So that was a great indicator that, hey, I shouldn't be eating ice cream. Now, I knew that, but before I didn't notice the pimple that I would get from eating the ice cream. And it actually caused me to not want to eat ice cream. Whereas, before I'd be like, I'll have it every once in a while. Now I'm like, man, I know it's good, I like it, but I really just don't want to eat anymore because it's going to give me a bump. And I hate getting acne, I hate getting pimples, I hate getting bumps. And I got my skin to a point now where it's like, it's so soft and it's kind of not necessarily flawless, but it has less flaws than I've ever had in my life. And when I touch it, I don't even recognize that it's my skin. That's how unused to it I am. So if you're looking to clean and clear your skin a little bit, you might want to look a little bit closer at your diet. Now, before we go any further, let's look at the official term or definition treatment for pimples. So what is a pimple? Put in very simple terms, a pimple is a red tender bump with white pus at the tip. It can be caused by bacteria, it can be caused by oil clogging your pores, it can also be caused by hair growing under your skin, and your body treats it as a foreign object and you get a pimple from that. So there's many different ways you can get pimples, but today specifically we're just talking about the ones that are caused by the oil, the excess oil getting trapped in the pores, or the bacteria getting trapped in the pores. We're not going to be talking about the pimples you get from your hair curling up into your skin. All right, so the treatments for pimples are like proactive, acne creams, washes, exfoliators, etc. But honestly, I went through that, especially as a teenager. I tried Proactive. Proactive actually worked, but then as soon as I stopped using it, my skin broke out like crazy. I've tried exfoliating my skin. I've tried the creams. I've tried the medication. It does not work, not consistently, okay? And even with those creams and medication, my skin was never like this before. So the core problem or the core issue we're having is that we don't know what actually causes pimples and zits. I was taught that it was a hormone thing. So you're a young kid, or a teenager, your hormones are raging and you get pimples. Well, then I got to find out about this amazing thing called adult acne, which was, I guess, raging hormones for adults, because I had a pimple as an adult. I had a pimple, as in my 30s. I mean, when is it ever going to end? So for some people, it never ends, and the reason why is because of your diet. Now, one of the things that I thought about as a kid, being in high school, as a teenager, what did you eat? Well, you had Hawaiian Punch, you had chips, you had cookies, you had that lunchroom cafeteria square pizza stuff that everybody hated but ate anyway. We ate horribly, so our skin reacted according, right? Now, as you get a little bit older, you get more health conscious, you start eating a little bit more green, you start eating a little bit more fruit, and maybe the acne kind of dies down a little bit, but you still have your ice cream, you still have your acidic meat, and all these other things, so you still do get it on occasion, and I think that's more related to the pimple versus raging hormones. I think that's kind of whack, right? That's like a misconception. So the amazing thing about it is the easy way to get rid of pimples, the easy way to get your skin clean and everything like that is to change your diet. Now, after changing your diet for a couple of weeks, maybe a month or so, you'll notice that the pimples that you had are gone, and now you've kind of started with a fresh slate. All right, you might have some scars and stuff from previous pimples or whatever, but you can kind of judge at this point, okay, what is good for me? What can I eat that's okay? And what am I eating that's actually causing these pimples? Like I said, the example for me was the ice cream, but anything, it could be anything. It could be cheese, it could be yogurt, it could be, any meat or whatever, acidic meats or foods. And those things will cause pimples. So now that you know the truth behind pimples, you can adjust your diet and you can just live with flawless skin. Like, I think that's every woman's dream. And even for me as a guy, I really like to have, good, clean skin. I think most people do, whether we admit it or not. So if you're struggling with acne, pimples, zits, maybe you should look into your diet. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of A Healthy Alternative. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe. As always, the application of knowledge is power, and I will see you guys next time.